It's okay,
Could you
maybe.
please mute this, Michelle, please? Okay, Dr. B. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Just in case you're not getting the excitement from my voice, this is Deep Dive, Globally Changing Lives. And today is April 25th, 2023, and an ONPASSIVE official webinar. Are we excited to be here? Yes, we should be, and yes, we are. We should be, and yes, we are. We just love being here, especially this April month, because we have so much to celebrate today. So we're not going to spend too much time talking about anything. Let's get the show rolling by starting with our signature tune. And we'll call on Dr. Derek to play that. And I don't know what he has in store with this historic month for us. So let's just please watch the images and go along with it. Thank you all. Over to you, Dr. Derek.
ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE, the future of Internet.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah, we are in it to win it, and we are winning it. We are definitely winning it. Oh my goodness. Anyone who is not Dr. Derek's word is what? Excited. This is the time to be. This is the day to be. This is the month to be. This is the week to be. Ooh. We should take a deep breath and listen to one person who is going to inspire us even further. That one person is called Dr. T, and she has to talk about the mindset. What is your why? And this is part one of several that she's going to talk about, and starting with today. Who is she? Just for the few people who may not know her and have not met her, Dr. T is an international transformational speaker. She's a life coach, an empowerment trainer, a TV talk show host, and she has published not one, not two, not three, but 4 books. And she is also, in addition to all of the above, the editor-in-chief of Discovering You magazine. So without further ado, please, let's get her to empower us. We know that the mindset is affected by 2 things: the physical, which is what our CEO has promised us, and Dr. T is helping us with the mental. Welcome, Dr. T. I see the beautiful smile you're having today, just like all of us. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you, especially you, Dr. Derek, for just keeping me abreast on what's going on. I really do appreciate your text and let me know so I can stay up to date. Thank you so much. And thank you, all of you, for just joining us this evening. We are excited. Is it excited? Did I say that right? We are excited. I am just so blessed to be here because I could be somewhere else, you know, and I'm just a part of this wonderful, wonderful family, you know, Deep Dive. I don't think there's any other platform as great as this. Maybe the Dream Team. Okay, I haven't been on that yet, but I know that Deep Dive is fabulous. So I'm honored. Thank you so much. But anyway, this evening, this message is very, very important to me because I have had a chance to reflect on this. I've been reflecting on this for several months. In fact, I've had a chance to talk to someone very close to me, and I'm always asking this question, not only for myself, but when I see the different things going on in the world, I wonder if this question is something that most people ask or don't ask. So let's get right into the message right now. I'm going to give you a few scenarios, and you think about, do these scenarios apply to you? All right, before I actually give you the title, okay, before I actually get into the meat of the message. Are you feeling stuck in a career? Are you caught between the tension of knowing you no longer want to do the work you've been doing, yet you have no idea what you want to do? You feel you have no sense of direction or purpose. I hope that's not of you, but if it is, you are in limbo. Here's another scenario. You may know what you want to do. You may know your life's purpose, but the fear of taking a step forward until the unknown outweighs the fear of remaining miserable because it at least is familiar. Isn't that something? Being miserable is familiar. So instead of you stepping out and doing what you know that God has called you to do, knowing what's on the inside of you, that's burning on the inside of you, that you yearn to do, you have not taken a step to go forth and live out your purpose because you are afraid. I hope that's none of you. But if it is you, you are in purgatory. Here's another scenario. You may feel unhappy and stuck because for the first time in your life, you recognize your desire for something more than what you're doing. You are tired of doing what you are supposed to do, what somebody else is saying you should be doing. And you want to explore what is really in your heart and what you want to do. If you feel like that, you are on your way to finding your why. My message tonight is, what is your why? What is your why? Have anybody ever asked you, what is your why? Have you ever asked yourself, what is my why? Let me give you the definition of what the why is. Your why is a statement of purpose that describes why you do the work you do and why you live the lifestyle you live. Your why is your calling. Your why is your conviction. Your why is your mission statement. Your why is a vision of your life work. Your why is the reference point for all your decisions and actions that you take. Your why defines who you are and what makes you productive. And your why is the reason for your life's work. And unfortunately, we have a lot of people who are not living out their why. And I hope that's none of you, but I chose this message because I realized that something big is about to happen for us. And everybody here is very excited because we have launched O Connect. And we know soon after that, we're going to be having monies coming to our wallets. But let me give you this revelation, ladies and gentlemen. Money is not your why. Money is the resource to live your why. And before you start getting money into your wallet, you have to have a clear idea, a clear mission of where you're going, because you'll be no different than a lottery winner who has money today and in a couple of years it's all gone because the money had no purpose. Remember, I taught you all several weeks ago that money was a living entity. And in order for you to appreciate money, you have to have a purpose for it. And that is your why. So I just talked about a few minutes ago what the why is. I'm going to go over the definition again. Your why is a statement of purpose that describes you, that describes why you do the work that you do and why you live the lifestyle you live. Now, I want to share with you right now what are the major benefits of knowing your why. What are the major benefits of knowing your why? Why do you need to know your why? Number one, there's 6 principles that I want to share with you, 6 of them tonight. And I want you to take these principles and I want you to apply them to your life, because by the time this is over, there's 2 parts. By the time we finish next week, I want you to be able to articulate what your why is. If you know your why. And if you don't know your why, I want you to make yourself a promise. Make yourself a promise and try to find out what that why is. Because when you start getting all this money, it's going to be a very frustrating experience for you if you have no direction for this money, for these nuggets, as they call it, or these apples, as we call it. You want to be able to live out the purpose that God has given you. You want to be able to walk in that plan B, that best plan that we shared with you last week. You want to be able to make an impact. You want to be able to change humanity. You want to be a game changer. You want to be a problem solver. You want to be an asset to the world. But if you don't know your why, you can't do those things. So let me show you right now the major benefits of knowing your why. Number one, it provides clarity to your life. People who have a sense of purpose are often seen as being unstoppable. Do you know anybody like that? I think we all do. Is his name Mr. Mufareh? Yes, it is. Mr. Mufareh is unstoppable. I don't think he said, well, I don't care what anybody is saying. I guess I'll drop this idea because they said it's too much. They said it cannot be done. You're right. You're right. It's not possible. No, he didn't stop. He put his plan into action. He found a few people that believed in him. And here we are, 1.4 million plus people who are a part of his dream because he was unstoppable, because he knows his why. He understands the benefits of knowing his why. Okay, they are people, they are capable of shaping their lives in the ways they want to. And they're laser focused. They are laser focused. There's no question for what they're going to accomplish for each day. Number two, it infuses you with passion for your goals. When you know your purpose in life, you are more deeply committed to pursuing your goals. You will never have to settle for less than what you want. And you probably want to create your own way. You do not need anybody to validate you. You do not need anyone to give you permission to live out your why. Number three, it keeps you focused on your goals. These are the benefits of knowing your why. Number three, it keeps you focused on your goals. When you identify your life's purpose, it's easier to focus on what truly matters. That means you're like a racehorse with the blinders on. You're focused on winning. You're focused on your lane. You're not looking to the left or the right and being bothered with what everybody else is doing. You're focused on doing what you're supposed to do. You're focused on living out your destiny, fulfilling your purpose, accomplishing the goals that God has put in your heart to do. You'll be better equipped to avoid distractions in order to achieve your vision. And if you are clear on your why, you won't waste time on trying to obtain pointless goals. Number four, it helps you to live a healthier and longer life. Those 8 doctors that Dr. Derek always shares with us, right? When you know your why, when you know your purpose, this is one of the major benefits. It helps you to live a healthier and longer life. Having a purpose in life leads to a longer lifespan, especially for people who are older. Have you noticed that a lot of people are in their 60s and 70s, 80s, they're living longer? Why? Because a lot of these people are getting a hold of what their why is, and they're going to live a long and healthy and prosperous life. It causes everyday stressors to become less influential and have smaller impact on your overall well-being. And when you are living with a purpose, you begin to focus and look forward to the day when your purpose is fulfilled. In other words, you have something to look for. Every day your feet hit the ground, it's all about purpose. It's all about, why am I here? What am I doing? What's the next step? What's the next strategy? And that's all you live for. You sleep it, you eat it, okay? You smell it. It's all part of your DNA. And that's all you can look forward to. And that's what God wants us to do. He wants us to wake up with a purpose, being purpose focused and not being distracted by all the things that are going on in the world, in our families, and in the world, all those bad things that may be happening. That does not impact you directly. You're supposed to be coming to be a solution, not be part of the problem, but be a part of the solution. And number 5, it helps you develop resilience. Having a sense of purpose in life affords you to find better meaning in setbacks. I'm going to say that one again. Having a sense of purpose in life affords you the opportunity to have meaning in your setbacks. When you have setbacks, it's not going to be a setback for you, because you take the setbacks and say, okay, what am I learning from this? Remember I talked about that last time with your plan B? When you make a mistake or when you fall, ask yourself, what did you learn? And when you look at this as being a major benefit for knowing your why, you look at the setback as being an opportunity for growth and for learning and getting back on the right track. And also, you learn from life's hardships and bounce back quickly from adversity. Number 6, it allows you to live a life with integrity. We talked about being authentic many weeks ago. When you live your life with integrity, you are more satisfied in general because you are living true to your core values. and your passion is genuine for everything you do, and you always show up and be your true self. Those are the 6 major benefits. So I want to do a recap before we close. The recap, again, what is your why? Your why is a statement of purpose that describes why you do the work you do and why you live the lifestyle you live. I named 6 major benefits of knowing your why. They are: number 1, it provides clarity in your life. Number 2, it infuses you with passion for your goals. Number 3, it keeps you focused on your goals. Number 4, it helps you live a healthier and longer life. Number 5, it helps you develop resilience. And number 6, it allows you to live a life with integrity. When you know your why, you're going to walk in your purpose. You're going to walk in good health. You're going to walk with clarity. You're going to walk with substance. You're going to feel the joy that God wants you to embrace each and every day. You're going to live your plan B. You're going to live your best plan. And I promise you, when you practice these major benefits, when you begin to look at these major benefits of knowing your why, you will be all that you can be in this day and going forward. Now, next week, we're going to go into part 2. And part 2 is going to cover, how do you find your why? You don't want to miss next week. That's going to be powerful. How do you find your why? But in the meantime, I want you to just chew on what we talked about today and begin to ponder and think about, am I in that place? Am I one of those scenarios that Dr. T talked about? Am I stuck in a place where I'm not happy? Or do I know what I want to do, but I'm just afraid to step out? Or do I know what I want to do and I'm going to get some boldness and step out and do what I believe I know I am to do? So think about those things. And I'll see you all next week. Thank you so much for allowing me to share. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. T. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, you couldn't have picked a better day to talk about what is your why. Not just a better day, but a better month and a better week, especially this one. So we heard that 6 different aspects of what is your why. So this is a time for anyone who has questions or observations or just something to share based on Dr. T's presentation. Please go ahead and raise your hand and share what you have based on her talk about the 6 aspects of what is your why. Personally, Dr. T, I would say this. All of them are very outstanding, but the last one, integrity, that one touches us to the core. They all are very, very reasons of what is your why, but I say integrity is my number 1. Not that I'm prioritizing, but it gives me more of purpose. You have to be, if you want people to emulate you, you have to live by example and say what you mean and do what you say, not the reverse. So integrity to me is what I feel that is my why. And I thank you for bringing those points, but I don't know how else we can do that. When you have that integrity and you surround yourself with people who believe in you, that tend to be the same thing, the feedback you get from them. If you have a family, you have children, and you live with integrity around them, that's what you will get back. And that's what they will also send out to the society in which they live. So thank you, Dr. T. Very much appreciate that. So this is the time, please raise your hand if you have something to share regarding what is your why today, based on Dr. T's presentation. That was just outstanding, Dr. T. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I wanted to say this. Remember, these are the benefits of the why. But next week we're going to look at how to find your why, because I believe there are a lot of people who are walking around aimlessly who do not know their why. Okay, they don't know their why, and that's why I believe I felt led to share this, because sometimes you may come into the world and you grow up and you think you know what you're called to do, and life happens. Life just happens. And you get off track and you begin to lose yourself and you begin to feel defeated because you don't have that validation anymore. Sometimes you get to a place where you don't even hear from God. So you don't know if you're going in the right direction or not. So that's the reason why I chose this topic, because I've been there. You know, I began to question myself. I began to question what my purpose was. And I know I'm not the only one. So I felt led to share this, because I know that this is something that is very pivotal right now, because God has given us the opportunity to be a part of a phenomenal organization, a company with Mr. Ash Mufareh. And we're going to be coming into a lot of money, you know, eventually. And again, money is no more than just a resource, but it can't be your why. If you don't have a focus for this money, if you don't have a dream or a vision, you're going to perish. You know, you're going to drop off. You know, Dr. Derek's not going to see you anymore. Mr. Ash Mufareh is not going to see you anymore. I promise you, if you don't get that area together, you're going to be lost. And I don't want anybody to be in that place. I don't want to be in that place. So that's why I felt compelled to share this. What is your why? If you don't know your why, begin to think about that. If you know your why, then you need to be able to articulate that, be able to hear yourself articulate clearly what that is. Okay, that's very, very important. What is your why? And next week we're going to cover how to find your why. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. T. Thank you. All right, I see a couple of hands up, starting with your number one student. Oh, Queen JW.
Jackie.
Queen JW. What is your why?
Oh my gosh. Good evening, good morning. Like Dr. Queen Debbie always say, welcome to all the brand ambassadors. Thank you to the amazing leaders that we have. Thank you, Dr. Derek, for allowing us to speak on our platform, and the host of all hosts, Queen Debbie herself, and all the other leaders, Dr. Benny and Dr. Patience and so forth. It's amazing. I'm so excited. Dr. T, how you say, you did it again. You just keep on doing it. And those our why is so important. And like Queen Debbie says, integrity. That stands out to me, even though all of them are so important to each and every one of us of our lives. And resilience. When we put all these things in place, yes, it will help us to be confident. It will help us to be courageous. And that's why Dr. T is helping us to prepare ourselves for this. Let me tell you, for those apples. And not only for the apples, but what we're going to do with the apples. That's what's the main focus, is what we're going to do with those apples. So Dr. T, thank you so much for bringing those in. I can't look forward to seeing you next week when you're going to tell us how do we find our why. Because like you said, it's a lot of us really don't know. It took me a while to find my why. When I was searching, it was not easy. So yes, bring it on. Thank you so much. We are so appreciative. Thank you again and again.
Thank you, Jackie. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome all the time.
Thank you, Queen JW. We appreciate you. And as I said, Dr. T, that's your number one student from the time. Thank you. Okay, I see Queen Dr. Benny's hand is up. Dr. Benny, what is your why based on the presentation by our awesome Dr. T?
Well, first, I want to thank each and everyone coming here.
Yes, thank God.
I want to thank our Father for bringing all of us here. I believe the reason of my why is because of All Connect, right? Anyway, I want a spectacular presentation or inspirational speech, Dr. T. Thank you so much for this particular topic. I believe sometimes I may ask, why am I here? Right? What is the reason why I'm here on earth? But I finally found out that There are a lot of things that I believe God wants me to do, because why am I still alive in the first place, right? He wants me to take care of St. Jude Hospital. That should be my why. Anyway, you gave us 6, right? Benefit. Like Queen Debbie said, the most important one is the integrity. That we don't really have a lot of honest people in this world. We don't. I see it. But I pray to be honest one day. I'm honest. No, I'm sorry. I am honest. But the real honest person here is our CEO, who is honest. People may not know that. He has done it again. He has surprised us, right? He surprised us with the train station, and now Connect, something that a lot of people have been waiting. Dr. T, have you realized that we used to have 1.4,428,600. Now, brand ambassadors, now I am seeing 315, I think. I don't understand. So some people refuse to be patient.
150.
350, right?
150.
So what happened with the 450? They left. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you telling me that a business, do you guys know what it is when it comes to business? To start a business with $102? Come on now. I don't understand people. You know what? They will soon become what? Our reseller. That's it.
They don't know their why. They don't know their why, Dr. Benny. That's why they left.
Jesus. Hey, Papa Gote.
They don't know their why.
Thank you, Dr. T. We really appreciate you. And I'm waiting to see, to listen from you next week. And by next week, something else is going to happen. By the way, this week, something is coming up from our CEO. He said that. You guys were waiting for Connect, right? Connect. I'm done. Sorry.
Thank you so much, Dr. Penny. You remember how Dr. Derek used to dance, Connect, Connect, Connect. But let us also give some credit to the forum that we've been using before Connect came along, because without them, how would we have been able to communicate with one another? I'm never going to kill somebody, but I would just say thank you for somebody who has been giving us the opportunity to be together. Any other hand for Dr. T about what is your why? Yeah, Queen Vinette, sorry. Queen Vinette Smart? No, Queen Vinette, no, I just know you. Go ahead, Queen Vinette, let me, I saw you smiling, I knew you had something special. How are you?
I'm good, Dr. T. Oops, like JW said, you did it again. Thank you so much, because I can definitely relate to what you're saying, because I know I worked in the medical field, and I kept asking God, what's my purpose? What do you want me to do? Is this it? I felt like I wasn't working within my purpose. I felt like I didn't find my career path as yet. I was still looking for it. And as I asked him, what do you want me to do? Is this what you want me to do? And he said, yes, you're in your purpose. This is what you should be doing in the medical field. And then once I knew what my purpose is, once I got that confirmation, I gave it my all and all. I start working my utmost best. I put all my effort in. I remember going home complaining to Mom, and Mom would say, just do it for God. And I didn't understand what that means until when I actually look into it and found, sometimes your parents would say things and you just don't understand what they mean until you finally find out what it is. And I'm like, wow, instead of thinking that I'm working to please people, I'm working to please the boss, just do it for God. Work like I'm working for God, and you'll get fulfillment from that. And so I gave it my best effort, and I continue to grow and grow and grow. And then one day I said, God, please, find me an online business. If you find me an online business, I promise to help a whole lot of people. And he found me ONPASSIVE. And I'm like, yes, he found me a bigger purpose. And so here am I in ONPASSIVE. So yeah, I can relate definitely to what you're saying. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your comment. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Queen Vinette. Appreciate that. And okay, we have Queen Rita. Welcome. And what is your why based on Dr. T's presentation tonight?
Dr. T, Debbie, first of all, I want to say thank you. You look fabulous. And hi, everyone. Dr. T, what you say is really, really make a big, like if we take this word of what is your why, it's a huge topic. And thank you very much for bringing this topic, because it's not only that about money that we are going to receive, but it's about why even you survive up to this morning. Why are you alive until this morning? I want just to give a little bit about kind of why me and my community, we are here in North America. We lost a lot of youth because they don't know why they're being brought to this country. For this reason, because they don't know why they are here, they left the country because of war. But why they left and came here, they forgot totally. And they start drinking, some win lottery and get like lost all the money and die. Like we lost more than 50 youth just within our province. And it's still up to now, they are dying. Why? Because they don't have the answer to this question, why they are here. So with this why, now with this money that is coming, for sure, if we don't have enough education, especially, that's why I asked Dr. John before, and Dr. Question, I said, since this money is gonna come into our account, and it's going to be a shock for most of our people, because we have not seen that amount of money. We don't know how much it's gonna be, but it's going to be a shock, and we don't know how to manage it. So for this reason, you have to have a goal. We want to have that while we are in this business. Why are we getting this money, and how are we going to share it, or what is the purpose of this money in your account? Thank you very much, and I hope that you guys got my point, what I want to say about this why. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Queen Rita. Appreciate you. And when there's a will, there's a way. Those lost youth, God will find them a way to be able to refine their purpose in society. But it's very difficult. Based on your experience, I know how difficult it is, because we hear similar things like that in other parts of the world. It's not a permanent solution. It's just a partial thing, and it shall come to pass as well. All right. Any other hands about Dr. T's presentation? I don't see any hands raised. So at this stage, we're going to pass over to our next exciting thing that we've been looking for. But before we do that, we have to thank our YouTube viewers. We appreciate you being with us today. And remember that we have this every Tuesday and every Thursday. Thank you for joining us today. And we will see you again on Thursday, same time and same link. Probably something different depending on what happens, but we thank you for being with us today.